So this video is about shaping the wall, finding the right form, designing climbing walls. The trick is to make simple shapes, and if you do a complex shape, you really want to have a nice form because you have to have a reason to make it. So you can see here, the basic shapes you have to have is just big walls, flat surfaces, no tricks, no triangles. And here you can see it's basically a -5, -10, -25 and -55. The biggest advantage is you can put a lot of volumes in it, you have all the flexibility through the 20, 30, 40 years you run the gym or the same wall. So on the other side we have the complex shapes, and the complex shapes are basically better for new schoolers. If you're strong and old school, it's completely fine to just have different angles and you want to have the best root setting. And the best rooting setting can be done on just huge, simple shapes where you can place huge volumes and just have all the freedom to set. When you're newer, you just love to have nice shapes which look good on Instagram. So as this gym is made for pro climbers as well as one-time tourist climbers, we have both, but still on a complex shape which needs to be beautiful to have a value. You still want to have big pieces and don't start making crimple, small origami style. Design rule for designing is it's just a huge surface, or if you have a shape you have to be able to name it, then you know that you have created a shape. For example, this is a wave, so people refer it as a wave, it's called a wave. This is a circle. This is our sun. That's a cave. This is a Verschneidung. This is a quarry. Those are honeycombs. This is a party boat. So this is a bow of a ship. Then we have a 60-degree huge roof and a tube. Okay, here we have a good example. This is really a nice wall for strong climbers also because it's super flat, it's 60 degrees, it's quite tough, and you can see you can set huge holes, okay? So the shape itself is not super dramatic, but you can make it dramatic through root setting. And then here, in the bow of the ship, you have more small facets, so you cannot set huge volumes, you cannot change the shape so easily, and you have smaller holes. But both is valid, you just have to be sure that you make a really nice statement for a nice shape, and not just too many triangles. So when we talk about wall design, I think it's important that you know your target audience. So is it just pros? Is it super many beginners? So you need to adjust your shapes to it and create a design briefing. Even if you design it yourself, you should have a briefing for what customer group you design it for. From the briefing, I can really advise you to really make a sheet, a calculus of how much percent of your wall you need in what angle. Because at the end you have a crazy design, you love it, it looks really nice, but you have wrong angles. So you really want to know if you want 20% slabs, 10% overhangs, and you know what is your balance of angles, because that really defines your product, and the shapes have to serve your angle basically. And then at the end, I mean, your main product is a wall, so it should be unique. There are many ways to do it, but you should develop your own language of shapes, of forms, a coloring which might be unique. Maybe you can have a form which is unique to your gym, so that it's recognizable. And you have to see that many people take videos of the beta of the bouldering, and it's always the wall that's on there. So it's important that it's recognizable. So when we approach a gym, we make first the unfun part is really decide how much percent is what angle. So say 20% needs to be a slab, and then the last 10% is a super overhang with 60 degrees. So we fill up those 100%, and then we don't just draw, because we already have shapes that we know worked and are still working very well. So we take our archive of shapes and basically place it in our gym and decide where to put it, and at the end we just connect it. And we try to make new shapes for every gym, but you have to have your base shapes which you know that work. Cool, I hope you liked this video. Again, we try to share our experience. If you have a different experience or a different opinion, please share it, write me an email. It's always fun to see where it develops. And I'm sure there are many different styles and there are many valid styles. So let's keep the discussion going.